Let me set the scene. This is my green room where I spend lunch each day. My scene partner, an old deaf man with dementia, who reminds me repetition is great for line learning. I'm here to do your cleaning, and that projection is key. I said, I'm here to do your cleaning. Paul lives on the set of Antiques Roadshow. Corners filled with auction wins, rich mahogany and brass, a collector's treasure trove. He has an eye for history, but struggles with the present. Paul's mind's an analogue camera, dementia damaging his film reel. Footage of him taking his tablets this morning, for example, lost without trace. Luckily, I find the punctured packet in the microwave. Devoted to his late wife, he still asks when she's due home, but Hilary passed 5 years ago. Hired as cleaners by his daughter, in Paul's world, we're a blur of purple pinnies. He can't remember names or when we last met, so he just calls me the actor that lives down the road, a part I'm happy to play. Now, Paul sees life through a fisheye lens, focusing only on the foreground. Framed adventures from lifetimes away I've dusted for years, but to him are snapshots of yesterday. Paul directs the script, I follow his lead. We're an unlikely double act. I'm never quite sure what I'll find when entering stage left. His current storyline, the trimming of the fir tree in shot from his window. He's convinced he can shape it himself, but his wrist shakes from the weight of the teacup. I play delay before he shuffles for the shears. Should we wait till later? Bargain hunt's on. Paul sits, enjoying his satsuma. Over the years, I've learnt there is no better bargaining counter than red and blue fleeces with David Dickinson. In this house, history really does repeat itself. I clean as the auction hammer falls, and we comment together on the overpriced and undervalued when Paul asks me to hold out my hand. Previous surprises have included sweet wrappers, tulip petals, newspaper clippings, and even his false teeth once. So I can't lie, I was feigning excitement. But today, placed in my hand was kindness. A segment of his heart in the form of half a satsuma. It's really tasty, try it. Side by side, we're compared like apples to oranges. Man, woman, old, young, fake teeth, real teeth. But today, both hearts shared a taste of citrus as an orange telly presenter shouted sold. I've got to dash now, Paul. I've got my audition. But I'm back tomorrow, so we can finish that jigsaw together. Paul grins, looking forward to it. Now, I know that file is already corrupting. Dementia hiding puzzle pieces under sofa cushions, so tomorrow's image can't develop. But I leave inspired, taking mental notes. He'd be great on stage replaying the same scene each night. Every reaction's genuine. A true method actor. Hi, I'm represented by the housekeeper team, and today I'm playing the role of aspiring actor. Acting is my world, but I can't play myself. I'm never sure how to act or how to answer, what have you been up to recently? I'm pretty certain the casting team don't want to hear that it's bed change week at Norman's, or I scrubbed white from yellow the grout in Betty's shower. The before and afters are really satisfying. Do you want to see? We go for a take. It's a monologue. I can do those. Take a breath. Share my first line. Memorised and rehearsed, but the lines sound different without the whir of a vacuum, and my arm naturally extends, pushing the upright towards the director. What am I doing? The first rule of showbiz is don't hoover the ones who hire you. Thank you. That's all we need to see. Hours of prep between polishing silver resulting in, 2 minutes screen time? Fingers crossed I scrub up well. I thank the panel as I make my exit and my body screams, I'm not afraid to get my hands mucky. But I'm hoping to hide the dirty truth trapped under my fingernails of who I really am. Actor tastes greasy on my tongue, like caviar, a luxury I haven't earned, yet being a cleaner, it's in every line. Every intonation is foaming up my throat, splashed up my arms. How do I leave it at the audition door when it's seeping through my skin, upstaging me? Maybe I need to come clean. I'm a fraud. I'm a fake. You know me as an actor, and that's a lie. A role I made, the only NDA I signed to myself in shameful preservation. The reality is I'm a cleaner. I wouldn't cast me either. I'm sorry to waste your time. On Thursdays, I see Margaret, house adorned with hedgehogs and butterflies. She's up at 6 every day, cleaning before I get there, so it's not too messy for you. She should see inside my mind. That's not the reason she's my favourite, though. If I did have favourites, which I don't, but if I did, Margaret just loves life. Like she's newly burst from a cocoon. Backstory. Bowel cancer at 70. She nearly lost her life, but gained a bag for life in the form of a stoma. It was her own metamorphosis. A decade on, and she's more active than me. Her social schedule's jammed. She has yoga on a Monday, hopper bus for outings Wednesday, walking group Friday, church Sunday, and yet she still finds time to make me a coffee and ask, how's all your acting going then? Well, I had an audition last week that I'm waiting to hear back from. Margaret sneaks a Kit Kat amongst the cloths in my pocket with a wink. I've got my fingers crossed for you. You deserve your big break. In my fictional family tree, I've cast Margaret as adoptive grandma. Well, until then, Margaret, I'm here every Thursday morning for you. She hopes it's not me next week at her door, caddy and bucket in hand. She says, instead, she wants to see me on the front of the TV guide. I laugh, squeezing out the soap when I'd rather be in one. And I'm helpfully informed, Emmerdale's only down the road. Margaret once told me her dream was to dance, but father said it wasn't a proper job. I've heard that one before. Sometimes I find her waltzing with a walker to the radio, living a life longed for but never allowed, a deleted scene in her life, unwittingly influencing me to pursue what I love for us both. So at least one of us can change our story. Thank you for auditioning for us. It was lovely meeting you. Unfortunately, you've been unsuccessful this time. Rejection is part of the game. It's just how the mop flops. The blow never dulls, though. My hopes are curtain ends, sucked up and caught up in the vacuum hose, sucked dry. Brushing away tears, I put on my mask in the wings so my audience won't know the blow. Grief stifled in a poker face, facing another day of cleaning. When all is done and dusted, the show must go on. And I think to myself, God, I must love it if I'm willing to break my heart for it day after day, like the ripping of a script, praying I won't run out of pages before I get my act together.